Hi everybody, welcome to Big OGGIE World, welcome to Irish Week.
Yes.
Top of the morning to you. It's going to be a grand week, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, we can say all these things, we're not actually taking the mickey out of the Irish because we lived there.
We did.
Yeah.
And our children.
You're Irish.
They were born there.
Absolutely. So, this week is Paddy's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
Paddy's Day, yeah. That
17th.
one. 17th. So we're gonna put together a few recipes, maybe a couple of shorts this week. We'll see how it goes, but we're gonna try and get together some recipes with an Irish connotation. So, what are we starting off with?
We are starting off with a Barmbrack.
We are, although in Wales it's basically a Celtic recipe.
Yeah.
In Wales it's called a
Barmbrack.
Yeah. So it's a tea loaf, tea bread.
Well, it translates as speckled bread.
Speckled bread, yeah. There are lots of variations of this, and obviously there's a couple of combinations of the mixed fruit you want to use, but this is how we do it, okay? So it's called a tea loaf because it uses...
tea.
Yes, it does. The fruit you have got today is...
It's sultanas and raisins.
Okay, and they've been
soaked overnight in a very strong tea mixture. Now,
Yeah.
I've used Lady Grey.
You have, yeah, because that's what we had.
Yes. You can use normal tea.
Yeah, it's quite nice to have a bit of a zesty influence in this, and
Yeah.
you've got some lemon zest to go in this
Yeah.
one. So, use a strong dark tea.
You need three
tea bags, yeah, definitely.
And 150 mils of boiling water.
Yep.
And then you let them steep until you've got a good strong boil.
So, yeah, you can use a Yorkshire tea or whatever, or an Irish tea. Or a Barry's tea, or whatever. Barry's, yeah.
Barry's here, like, easily.
You can use an Earl Grey, which is a bergamot, but it's a kind of a lemony thing going on. But we happen to have Lady Grey here, which is zesty orange.
Yeah, because some recipes actually include orange zest.
Yes, they do. We're kind of doing it with a lemon zest and this.
Yes.
So, that's been soaked for 24 hours, that's now done.
Yeah.
This recipe is literally throw it all in. There's no
More or less,
beating together one, then another,
No.
then another.
You need a 2-pound loaf tin.
Yeah, with a liner.
A liner, or otherwise you need to line it yourself.
Yeah, but even the recipes I've been looking at are saying liners.
Yeah. So, I mean, we bought those in a little shop up the road for next to nothing. And I think there was some... Oh, there it is.
We use them a lot for the brand loaf that we've done.
Yeah.
Which is actually one of our most popular videos. Go back and have a look. I might find the link for that. That's a fantastic video.
There's 40 in here.
Yeah. Cheap as chips.
And they cost £5.25, but I reckon we've had these ages.
Yep. So, put it all together, my darling.
So, first off, you take your sugar. This is dark muscovado sugar. You can do this with like a hand whisk, like a hand mixer, not a whisk. You can, well, I suppose you could do it with a whisk if you wanted to, but your arm would be pretty sore. And into that, you're going to mix it with your eggs until they go light and fluffy. So I'm going to add one egg at a time, just to give it a chance. In goes second.
Okay, darling, that all creamed together?
Yep, it's light and fluffy.
That's what it needs to be.
It does.
So, what's next?
Next, you are going to sift into that. I'm going to take this off because we don't need this bit anymore. Because the next bit is literally by hand.
Just mixing that.
So I'll take that off of there.
Okay.
So, you're going to sift in your ground mixed spice and seif-raising flour. Now, if you are gluten intolerant or whatever, you can use gluten-free flour for this, and it works just as well.
Obviously, there'll be an ingredients list in the description below, as always, so we're not going to go you full details of everything now.
I forgot is we need a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt as well. And there's salt, there's sweet. Mixed together. Okay.
This is our posh new sieve, and it's very sievy.
And it's very sievy. Also, the weather is very Irish today, I will say. Sideways rain out there.
Not good out there today.
Never seen so much rain all my life when I was in Ireland. So, where did you used to live?
I started off, well, I was in County Cork. I was always in County Cork, but I started off in Fermoy.
We weren't together then, but we actually lived quite close to each other without realising it. And I lived in Castletownbere in County Cork, or Castletownbere Haven if you really like the full name.
Okay, so now I'm going to add the soaked fruit.
With a little bit of liquor that's left in it.
Yeah.
Why not?
There's not that much in there because obviously the fruit's plumped it all up.
If you wanted actually, put a little bit of Irish whiskey in this, you could. Just
You
a little
could,
to
yeah.
pep it up if you wanted.
And the zest of a lemon. In that goes.
Okay.
Now literally we're going to mix all this well in.
Okay. So this recipe is traditionally in Ireland made for Halloween, but it's now everywhere. It's now everywhere. You can buy it in every shop.
Exactly, and it's one of
It's a
those
tea bread.
things that, you know, if you go to... The thing with Ireland is they're very, very hospitable.
Hospitable. That's the one.
So you go to someone's house and you might have a cup of tea, but if you have a cup of tea, you can guarantee something's coming with it. So it might be biscuits, or it might be cake, and quite often it is a piece of tea loaf, Barmbrack. And actually, in some ways, it's actually quite rude to turn it down, so you sort of have to have it really.
Yeah, my eldest daughter, when we lived in Ireland, we had a lovely old couple who lived next to us, and she used to go round because they used to love seeing her, and they used to try and feed her, and she was very particular about food. So the amount of time she would come home with pockets full of food, full of bits of Barmbrack and whatever and things, because it's just she didn't
couldn't
really,
eat it,
yeah, but she couldn't offend anybody.
Right, so I need you to hold that up for me, my sweet, while I find a spatula and take it out.
So, whilst we're talking about where we kind of lived in Ireland, if you want to see more of where I lived in Ireland, there is actually a movie.
Go on, put it in.
There's actually a movie that was done because I was there when it was made. It's called Ondine, and it's about possibilities of mermaids and selkies and all those kind of things. But it's a lovely film. Stars.
Oh, can you just turn it sideways and I'll continue because you're wrecking the shape of me liner.
Reckon the shape of your liner. It stars the lovely Dervla Kirwan.
Well, it would do if you were in.
Of course it was. Yeah, I have a bit of a thing about Dervla Kirwan. And that, what's that other Irish bloke? Colin Farrell. Yeah, he's in it as well. Yeah, actually, I was in a restaurant with Colin Farrell a couple of times while he was there. Most of the town ended up being extras in the film. And it's quite interesting. Well, when we used to live in Bristol and there used to be fools and horses, and you'd work out that when they just ran down one street, the next street they went into was actually 2 miles away from it. In real life, it's the same there. So part of the stuff was filmed in Castletownbere, part of it was filmed in Bantry, and that's, well, a sizable drive from one to the other. But
everywhere in Ireland is a sizable drive. There is nothing
that is true.
On each other's steps.
Well, where I used to live, I think, if I remember rightly, it wasn't actually that long before I moved in. They actually put a road in that got you to Cork in less than 2.5 hours. And we're only about 40 miles away from it. We're right on the extreme. It's the biggest fishing town in Ireland.
Right. So you need to spread it out a bit.
Yeah, it's quite gooey. It's quite soft.
At the moment it is, yeah. Now you need to preheat your oven.
Preheat your oven.
That's the one. Preheat the oven to 170.
Okay.
150 with a fan.
Yeah.
Or gas mark 3.
Yeah,
so
quite
a
low
low
and slow.
oven.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
but
a
it's
low.
going to take a good hour to cook.
Some recipes are saying an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So with this, put it in, take your time.
Put it in, leave it for an hour, test it with a screwer.
With a screwer?
I can't speak today.
You can't speak today.
No.
We haven't even done the cocktail corner yet. Go on.
Check it with a skewer or a sharp knife. And if it comes out clean, you're good. If it doesn't come out clean, leave it for another 5
That's
minutes.
another t-shirt we're
check
building.
it again.
Caddy says check it with a screwer. Yeah, that's another t-shirt. I'm definitely going to come up with some t-shirts. Blow Caddy blows, another one.
Oh my god.
Right,
so 150 for us because it's a fan oven for an hour, and then we'll check
take
it.
a look.
The thing with this though is you do not eat it hot. You have to let it cool completely.
Yeah, let it cool down. It's a proper
because otherwise you
thingy
won't be able to
butter.
slice it anyway. So you need to let it cool completely. So I'm going to put this in and we'll be back in about an hour to check it.
We will. Unless we've done cocktail corner.
In which case it could be 2 or 3 hours. Okay, Okay, so the brack is out and it's cool.
Looks good to me.
It,
Heavy?
Yeah, it's a solid piece.
It's a substantial thing, isn't it?
It took an hour and 10 minutes in our oven. So I checked it at an hour, it was still soft in the middle. Put it back for another 5, it's still slightly soft, put it back for another 5, so an hour and 10. So let's cut a little bit. I'll leave the end because...
Well, ends are ends.
It smells lush. Okay, let's see what this is like.
So you buttered it, as is traditional.
Very good.
Good? Looks good.
For a tea loaf, which generally is quite dry, should we say?
Yeah, well they are when I used to buy them in the shops and they're a bit dry then. I'm a bit concerned
This
by
is
them.
not dry at all. The fruit is lovely and plump where it's been soaked in the tea. And you do get a taste of the tea.
You do get the aromatic side of things, yeah?
So that's good. I mean, how long did it take us? It was so simple to do.
Yeah, so simple to put together. You just leave it in the oven. Done.
Yeah. So the only thing you need to think about is soaking your fruit the day before. I'd say give it a go. If you like tea loaves and, you know, something to have with a cup of tea or whatever.
Well, that's it. It's a tea loaf. It's made with tea. It's designed to have in a cup of tea, typically Irish. You can butter it like that. You can put a bit of cheese with it. That works too.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Give it a go.
So, give it a go. Absolutely give it a go. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you have subscribed, make sure you've done the notification bell so you know when we're around. We are getting back to our normal 3 a week.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Join the Facebook page, that was the other thing. Come over onto Facebook and find Big OGGIE World. We're over there quite a bit. You know, we're watching what people are doing, people are sending stuff, and it's a really nice place for us to communicate. So go over there and find us over there too. So for now, we will go and leave you be.
Good, because I've got a cup of tea over there and I've got a piece of cake and I can't hold this camera and eat at the same time.
Bye everyone, see you all soon.
Bye.